Hello, ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes. I'm Matt Burns.
And I am very confused.
Yeah, I know why. But anyway, before we confuse you even more, and have at least somebody going, my head hurts.
Yeah.
This is the burning truth.
The truth that burns, like when I pee.
You haven't done it in a while, have you?
I haven't, no. I just thought I'd throw it out there.
That's fine. That's fine. Just normally I'd be like saying, why the hell would you throw that out there? But my head's just gone. Still, I'm still confused over what we've just seen before we got on live.
Yeah, it really threw me off a little bit.
So, see, that's confusing. Are we doing any? Would you do the honours of doing the regular
Yes.
things?
Yes, the regular before we absolutely lose our minds. So, without further ado, I bring to you the Sunday 6 p.m. watershed-ish thingamabobby.
Yeah.
The following broadcast may contain opinions and topics that may not be suitable for younger listeners or anybody that is really, really sensitive to what we're about to say. However, I do believe that the Moomins are much easier on the eyes and ears.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at the Moomins because it is easy on the eyes. It was just, as you mentioned a certain sentence in that, I just remembered a certain comment that we mentioned that we heard at a live show.
Go on.
I'm offended.
Yeah. I'm offended. I'm offended.
And it's...
Yeah, just... I think he should have just targeted her for the rest of the match, really.
Nah, but he had to jump so high, matey, didn't he?
Matey.
It had to be done. Anyway, point being is we're not going to even touch that. My head's still trying to spin over what's going on, but we need to push on, continue on, because of course, as always, the burning truth is advocates and in full support of Black Lives Matter.
We are also advocates for hashtag speaking out, and we are also very happy to be behind the LGBTQ plus community. One week, I will fuck that up. And I know, I just know, you're waiting in the wings, you're there, you're just like, one day, Irvine. One fucking day.
No. That's not how you do it. It's actually summarised in one word.
Okay.
Soon.
Soon. Yes, soon. Soon.
How do we even begin with this week? All I'm going to say is, to begin with it, check out the insanity for this week that happened on Saturday, being on the blog of The Burning Truth.
Yes, the vlog.
The vlog.
Not Matt Burns' log, but the vlog blog.
The vlog. I believe you had some fun, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a little bit of fun. I had a special guest on my vlog.
And I noticed you didn't rock bottom you yet.
I told
was
you.
Was it soft bottom you?
Soft bottom. No, he's not quite big enough yet.
He'll grow into it.
And he's actually looking at me right now.
Fair enough. Just giving you the eye, is he?
Fucking Elmo. Stop looking at me like that, you bloody weirdo.
Right. We've got a lot to discuss on this episode, but where do we even begin?
I don't know where to begin with this one because it's still there.
We've got some confusion. We've got some, how do we say, drama, backstage drama. We've got highs. We've got some wrestling talk, some NXT takeover, and prediction results.
And actually, we shall now have an epic wrestling moment. We haven't done one for a few weeks.
Oh, yeah, we haven't, have we?
We haven't done one for a few weeks, so everyone's been like, yeah, fucking Irvine, he's fucking rushing everything, it don't make fucking sense. Fucking taking his fucking monster, he's just chucking in a fucking bin, I don't fucking get this guy. Monster.
It could always be selling one PW DVDs as well. What?
Subtle. Very subtle. I thought I was as subtle as a brick to the face. Am I rubbing off on you? No, I'm not.
No comment.
No, I am not rubbing off on Matt Burns.
Not from, not to, not at all.
Or not in. No.
Nope, not going there. Anyway.
Quick, I need an adult.
No, don't make me say the line. Don't make me say the line.
Do it.
I am an adult.
You
walked into that one. But anyway,
so
let's continue. Anyway, before we lose our complete chaotic minds to this entire week, because believe me when I say it has been absolutely random of a week, because we've got dates of All Out and big shows. We're getting dates of people, retiring, big dates of people earning money and suddenly becoming wealthy and getting new entrance music. No fucking idea why.
No idea why.
And for some unknown reason, at least we're not going to do like a Kane and start throwing out random dates again, are we?
And also, I just thought I'd mention this. Also, we are not in a Mad Max apocalypse situation. We are not in the Thunderdome.
I see what you did there.
References.
Even though WWE wants to be.
Yeah. I thought Demolition had already done
that. But anyway, that aside, let's get down to what we're all here for.
Wrestling content,
of course.
And no, this is not the news.
Even though that guy, how he does is... Right, screw it. I'm saying it now. The fact that you got Adam... It's Adam Wilborn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Putting out... he does the whole... And this is the news.
Yes. Why do you have to sound so nasally? For fuck's sake.
Ew. Oh, I
you?
think you're about him or me.
Him? Don't get it.
No idea. No idea. However, all I'm just going to say is, if you're going to put out a post, especially one that he was retweeting, right? Most people, when they see on Twitter a picture, don't read the text always.
Yeah, they just see a picture, and yeah, I would imagine that he has got young, people of the younger generation that tune into his content, whether it be textual or video.
Yes, or even just do Twitter.
That's what I meant by text. Never mind.
Oh no, I thought you meant something else, but I'm not even going to explain what I was thinking, because that would have resulted in ask your parents.
Yeah, you will need an adult. I need an adult.
All I will say is the post that he retweeted is, yes, I know you're excited, but when you've got people commenting, commenting on your retweet, sitting there saying, I thought you were about to get released from What Culture for possibly advertising porn.
Oh dear. And quite literally, they do look like they are about to shoot a porn film.
Yeah.
Or like in Family Guy when the priest says a porno.
Yeah, but the problem is, what makes it even worse is the name, the words that they kept saying in their post doesn't exactly help.
Oh no, Family Guy! It was when the priest said a porn. She made a porn. No, it was a porno.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant
made a porn. Yeah,
I meant their post.
I know.
He retweeted.
Well, let's just put it this way: when I saw that post and you sent me the screenshot, I made a post of my own. Damn! Or Ron Simmons. Damn!
The point being is when you've got the former Iconics now going under the inspiration. And by the way, whenever it's them pair, it's always with two eyes. Why is that?
Because they have two eyes.
It's not just that. It's just the English language is just getting butchered. But I'm not even going to touch that subject because for me, whenever I saw the word Iconics, it just came across as Iconics. Now it's inspiration.
Inspiration. That just sounds like three eyes.
That's Kurt Angle's reference. That's Kurt Angle's shtick.
Yeah, that's somebody else's shtick. You'll have to wait for that one.
Sorry, I had to do it. But anyway. Generally, be great to see them back in. Where they're going to go to next, most likely, we've got a theory that it's going to be most likely AEW.
I've got a theory that it's going to be Impact, because AEW's roster is getting a bit stacked now.
It is, and if it does go over to Impact, they have got that Forbidden Door rule.
Mm-hmm.
Which can be implemented at any time, even though one of them is dating the chairman, Sean Spears. And we don't mean chairman as in the actual higher up. It's just a nickname.
Yeah.
Right. Now that's out the way, shall we actually just explain to the listeners at home why we were dazed and confused when we first started?
Well, yeah, because we are so happy.
Clap along. No. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there because no, like we'll probably have to pay, probably get some royalties in. But anyway, point being is, Corbin. And ladies and gentlemen, you probably just noticed that what I've just said there. I only use one word there. Corbin. I didn't say Baron Corbin. Why would that be?
Because he is no longer Baron. Think of that what you will. I'm happy I said it.
And so am I. So am I.
His whole career is a bit like barren land.
I like it. Now, when you're doing "I'm so poor" gimmick, you sit there and think, play the sympathy card. Sympathy, sympathy, sympathy. And it looked like he was getting really desperate, and I thought to myself, we could actually be on a bit of a streak here. We could actually, I've been a little bit invested in the whole Corbin shtick. I want to see where it goes. Could they actually turn him into a face? Nope. They decided to just go, yeah, can you remember that whole idea of him being broken poor and everything? Most rag to rich, most... What was it? I believe that a certain...
Riches to rags to riches.
Yeah. 9 out of 10 times, when people get pretty much made broke and have to rebuild themselves up, they're a bit more receptive to being nicer. Usually. Corbin? No, I'm on my last look. I'm just going to nip into a casino and just go, wow, I won! I got my life back. I'm rich. I'm filthy rich. So rich that he decided to cease being Baron. What?
It's just a weird Baron. It just makes me laugh.
I know.
It's because of the meaning behind it.
I know. And now, he is no longer Baron. He is happy.
So, by the look of it, it's just, you know what? I'm going to say it. It doesn't make sense. I was literally quite enjoying watching Corbin or watching the storyline of somebody who's down on the luck, getting beaten up and being down on the luck, to now all of a sudden, I went to the casino with somebody else's money, which, by the way, is promoting gambling. I thought this was supposed to be a PG show. Am I wrong?
And can I just point this out, just in case, just to cover ourselves? Gamble responsible. Please.
Yeah, but still.
No, I'm just saying to cover our rear, to cover us.
Yes, but we are not promoting gambling. We are just touching on the subject, so we don't really need to.
I know what you're saying.
I appreciate the sentiment, Mr. Burns, but really?
Yes, of course, because you can guarantee someone will say they're offended.
It's all right. We'll just ask Kelsey sort that one out. Kelsey, somebody else has said they're offended. Really? Shut it! Shut the fuck up! Shut it, you cunt!
Oh, fucking hell.
I told you I'd get that line in.
I knew you would.
Get that line in somewhere. I'm just waiting for you to say it, but I said it before you, so it kind of ruined the moment, really, didn't I? I managed to pick it up.
You recovered it nicely. But anyway,
and if anyone's wondering what that's from, it's from the film Bronson with Tom Hardy.
Good film.
Brilliant film. Masterclass.
And Tom Hardy.
Anyway.
Brilliant. But anyway, we digress. But anyway. So now he's going from the situation. He's now happy. And he's not entering to clap along if you... Nope, not going to go there. He decides to come out to some new music, so... His hard rock music that was pretty heavy and pretty cool
Yeah, and then didn't he change his music again when he came up to the main roster?
He changed it. Yeah, he did.
It was just like, it wasn't like super heavy like his other rock music that was in NXT. It was something a bit milder, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then they added some lyrics to it. Then it got cooler again. Then they added the Royal Decree,
which was just reminded me of King Booker, but let's not go there.
No, it's not King Booker. It's King Booker!
And just like that, he ruined the moment.
Sorry, I had to.
Anyway, so yeah, it's not King... Well, obviously, where we are from, we say Book, Kook, and Luke. Whether that makes sense to you, I don't care. But anyway, that's what we say. It's a Stokey thing from Stoke-on-Trent. It's a Stokey thing, okay?
Booker T.
So, but yeah, it's Booker T. It's not Booker T, it's Booker T to us. But there you go. Anyway, shut the fuck up. Let's get rolling.
Yeah. So
the whole thing with Booker T. And now he's got like, I'm a gambler, and now I'm into dance music. Why?
And he comes out like, yeah, I'm rich, you motherfucker.
You know something, right? Baron Corbin.
Wait. I just realised something.
What?
Where have we heard this before?
Oh. I would say from the $1 Million Dollar Champion.
Oh, you mean the current one that's on NXT?
Yeah.
You know, a guy named Cameron Grimes.
So basically what WWE is saying is, you were shit at doing that gimmick, so we're going to put it on somebody who's even worse than you to try and get it over.
Or better yet, we see that working, let's see if it works on our main show. On somebody else.
I'm not being funny, but I like Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, because he's going to go straight to the moon.
That's the only part I was just about to say. That's the only part about him I don't like.
Tough.
To the moon. I've got a moon for you. I've got a moon for you. Just hang on a minute. I'm going to fucking pull down my kegs and show it to you.
Calm down, Centura.
Alrighty then.
But anyway, point being is just seems a bit stupid, and we'll get to the NXT section soon enough.
Yeah, but we're talking about Corbin, because I was just about to say that Baron Corbin in NXT...
No, get it right.
No, he was Baron Corbin in NXT.
Okay, carry on.
So yeah, shut the fuck up. Shut it!
Please continue.
In NXT, Baron Corbin was what Damian Priest is now.
Not really, because if I'm not mistaken, Damian Priest is anti-bully.
Yes, but for his look and his gimmick, what was Baron Corbin before?
Yeah, but the difference was the problem that Corbin had is hairline was receding, which is why they did the whole hair versus hair situation.
Yes. You're just not getting this, are you? You're not getting
I got what you meant.
It's You're not getting this. There are too many similarities between the two. Now Damian Priest has come up, wins the US title.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he's still the same as what he's going to be in the same position that Corbin was in when he came up.
Just hope he doesn't start wearing vests.
Vests and because he's gone from like wearing vests to changing his new in-ring gear to purple and
at least he had the whole shtick with Bad Bunny.
And that was terrible.
Not really.
It was fucking awful.
It wasn't that bad when you got what was it Bad Bunny did? Oh, that was it. Was it the Bunny Destroyer?
Yeah, that doesn't help, though, when you've actually got a wrestler on a different show that's called The Bunny.
Which I'm surprised he didn't actually call that move, instead of calling it the Bunny Destroyer, the Bunny Hop. Although the Bunny Destroyer just sounds wrong on so many levels, depending on what sort of person you are.
It is. When you're a wrestling fan and you just like wrestling for all intents and purposes, and you know that somebody else is called the Bunny, and then somebody who doesn't wrestle for a living, which did quite a good job of it, to be fair. I'm not going to lie.
Yes,
I'm not going to say that he did a shit job, because he did a really good job for who he is.
He threw himself into it.
But then you call your move the Bunny Destroyer. I feel sorry for the Bunny. She must be absolutely devastated.
No comment.
Must be why they call it the Bunny Destroyer.
No comment.
No.
Anyway, let's continue, shall we?
It's true, though. I'm right in saying that Baron Corbin was pretty much what Damian Priest is now when he came up. And obviously then, yes, you say, like, he got the hair versus hair. He had to change his gimmick because his hairline's receding. I get that. Mm-hmm. It happens to the best of us.
But with Damian Priest, at least he's got a bit of his heritage as well to help him out, to a degree.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's just the similarities.
The similarities are very, very close, and it's one of them.
He's a big guy. He's nimble. He's agile.
The problem that Priest has got is if he falls into the same traps,
which he is doing so far.
Yeah, it's looking that way, which is not good.
He's a mid-carder at best. He'll never, ever, ever.
Although it was nice seeing him stepping up to Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, it was, but he won't be champion.
But our brain just went, him beat Bobby Lashley.
And it's not just that, though. It's what's popular. And the only reason why Damian Priest is over at the moment is because of the whole Bad Bunny situation, which I still don't understand to this day, because he didn't really get much of a pop anyway. It was the Bunny that it was Bad Bunny that got the fucking pop, not him. Damian Priest was just there for the ride-along.
Although, if it was the actual Bunny, he probably would have had a pop anyway. What?
Let's just move on from this, because it's just getting wrong.
What? The crowd would have popped for it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
No worries. But anyway, nice to see certain things. Nice to see that Drew still not done with Lashley, but he's not allowed to have a rematch. Fine, no worries. It's just Raw is in the trash.
Raw is in the trash. It's a big pile of shite.
The only thing that I've got that's possibly caught my interest in Raw lately, two things. One, what are you doing with Elias? And two, why the fuck did you push the Miz and Morrison breakup so soon? Oh wait, because someone was injured.
Who was injured?
Kofi, he's not cleared to wrestle. Because they're meant to be having a feud with the New Day. And because Kofi is not cleared.
Oh, you mean like when Xavier Woods turned up with the drip gun and
doing hey yo.
And literally doing the whole fucking Razor Ramon thing.
Even though they never stated it because he didn't want to be sued.
And it literally got about as much fucking reaction as a tumbleweed rolling through a fucking morgue.
Actually, I think that would have actually got more of a pop.
Oh yeah, because
it probably would have made more of a splash than what he was shooting out of that goddamn gun.
That was a terrible joke.
Well, at least at least he knew that Xavier Woods knows how to shoot something wet. What? What? He knows how to shoot a water pistol.
No, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but what just happened was Matt Burns is so sexually frustrated that he has literally just exploded all over the podcast.
I actually haven't.
He has literally made everybody's ears moist, just so he can put a bit of himself inside your ears.
What the fuck are you on about?
Because he sounds like a very, very sexually starved and frustrated 18-year-old.
What the hell are you on about?
You're talking about wet pistols. Making things wet with your pistol.
I'm not. I wasn't actually talking anything.
You were doing innuendos, and you know it. Stop trying to deny it.
Good Lord. No, I'm stopping right now because I just realised. No, not going to go there. I've just realised something. Nope. Continue on. Move on.
Why have you got an awkward boner?
No, I just realised something. Just bear in mind what has everyone's been had controversy for in the past.
Oh.
Yes!
Oh, yes. Oh.
Yes!
Well, I suppose we could call that being pistol whipped then. Moving on.
Moving on, please.
So, yes. Well, he's not the only one. Seth Rollins.
Oh, but anyway.
Hashtag blessed.
Anyway, point being is, WWE has been doing some highs, some lows, and then you've got the whole. Well, I know it's a scrambled mess at the moment. What we're talking about right now, Raw. We're just going to leave that and move on, and just it was what it was. Miz and Morrison split up. Okay.
It was a mere moment, wasn't it?
It was.
I mean, why has he got drip written on the sides of his head?
Because he's Johnny Drip. And he wants to make people moist. That's not me being sexual. That's what they say.
Wow, so much for PG. Wow.
I know.
Moist.
No, why do I feel like, a certain guy off TikTok going, I know.
No, it's not. It's Thingy off Family Guy. Oh no! I know! Oh no!
Oh yeah!
Now I am really worried about you.
No, because you did the oh no.
No, that's you. Guy. That's you all the time. No.
No, because you said, oh no. Oh,
it's turning into a jumbled up mess. Shut up. Let's move on.
But anyway, point being is, Raw was just what it was. SmackDown was meh.
SmackDown was. Oh, another thing about Raw. Have you heard what has been put forward to the board?
Go on.
As if 3 hours of Raw wasn't bad enough. They want to make it 4. Rumour mill has it that the powers and brains that be, mainly Khan, wants to make Raw 4 hours long. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to agree with the. I'm gonna have to agree with a certain Jim Cornette right now.
Say it.
The fact that is Nick Khan trying to fucking sabotage?
Sabotage.
I don't give a fuck if it's wrong. Is he trying to ruin? Is he trying to fucking flambe it? What the fuck is he doing? It's just, this doesn't make sense. Why the fuck is it going for 4 hours? 4 hours! And And there's your monthly fuck up for you, Mr. Irvine. Have I filled your quota?
Sabinus Todd.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm not pissed off. 4 hours?
For hours?
Are you shitting me?
Oh, fucking hell.
Why is it that now, that the second I hear the word Tony Khan, that's going to be, oh, it's the good Khan. The second I hear Nick, Nick Khan comes to my mind. What?
Are you sure it's not Savage Tosh?
I don't give a fuck. I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Just.
4 hours.
God.
How?
It's
How
cold
can you
out. It's
feel-
getting colder outside, and yet I'm sweating like fuck.
How can they say 4 hours of Raw?
Stop trying to savage dodge me. You sound like one of the characters out of Final Fantasy X.
I don't give a fuck. The point being is,
I do.
Why?
Oh, I do so much.
Why is it that? And bear in mind, if I'm not mistaken, Raw is already losing viewers with 3.
Oh, God, you just have
What
to
makes-
excuse me a moment. I'm
No.
just wiping tears from my eyes.
What makes them think that they're sustainable for 2? I mean, not even. No, I don't even think they're even sustainable for 2.
I wish
the
it'd go
moment.
back down to 2 hours because it would make it more.
At this rate, it should go back to 1.
It'd stop the overthinking of the product itself, and I reckon it'd just be better for business. Hence why SmackDown does better than Raw.
To a degree.
Well, it does. Let's face facts. Viewership, Raw is the flagship show.
Was.
No, it is. Let's just face facts. It is.
Right.
It's the flagship show of the WWE. It always has been.
Mm-hmm.
But when you've got your second show and your third show putting out better quality matches than your main show, I think you really need to be sitting back and looking at yourself and going,
And you've also
what's
got the fact
best?
that you've also got Becky Lynch, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, all your top stars on SmackDown.
I wish I hadn't mentioned them, to be honest.
Why?
Because it just depresses me even further. Becky Lynch comes into the business. I've had a baby. Guess what, everybody? I'm going to screw over one of the most talented superstars that's on the roster by squashing him in 20 seconds flat.
Which
And
was
then you've
rumoured
got,
not to
let's relive like the, let's relive 2015-16 when John Cena is getting squashed by Brock Lesnar. Because we haven't done it before.
No, we haven't done it before. Brock's coming back as a good guy, so immediately attacks John Cena.
Right, now, I'm going to tell you something now. I saw a video on YouTube and on Facebook, 2 totally different recordings, and the official recording for when Brock Lesnar came back. Yes, there was a pop. To me, it didn't sound like a massive pop, considering there was 50,000 people there.
Yeah, but then again, bear in mind the fact that WWE have been known to actually be canning.
Just hold on,
cheers.
hold on, Mr. Burns. I saw on the 2 videos by people's mobile phones that when Brock Lesnar F5'd John Cena, after it had finished, silence. On the other handheld mobile video, silence. Or maybe one or two screams. That was it. But on the live video of his debut, like the proper video, because I'd seen a couple more videos that, it got like the pop and everything when he returned and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was hardly any noise there. So how is that possible? Oh, wait, I know. The point that Matt Burns just made, that they like to can in crowd noises to make everybody... Because, at the Blunderdome, as I like to call it, they were canning in crowd noises.
Well, they've been canning in crowd noises on Drew as well, because if I'm not mistaken, in one of them, they accidentally had a voiceover suddenly pop up of Michael Cole saying, 16-time World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, exactly. So, so it doesn't make sense, does it really? So
I'm just going to say this. How the fuck did you miss that one, Dunn?
Bear in mind that when I watched Rampage
Kevin
and when I watched CM Punk come back, it was live.
Yeah.
It was 3 a.m. UK time.
Not Ukraine.
Not Ukraine, UK time. I know my accent may sound a bit dodgy to others, but it was UK time.
He said UK. I'm backing you up on this one.
I know. Anyway, so you made me lose trail of thought now. So UK time, I watched it live,
arriving,
and
emotional.
It was fucking loud. It was loud. Now, I don't know if anybody else is a football fan, but I know Matt Burns is. I am. My local team, Stoke City, I support Stoke City. Yep. When Stoke City were promoted to the Premier League, which is the top tier of football in England,
yep,
other teams hated coming to Stoke City football ground because they were so loud. And bear in mind, there was only 20,000 people allowed into the stadium at the time. I think it was 25,000. Bear in mind that I think 5,000 of them were fans. 3,000 to 5,000 were opposition fans, and the rest were Stoke City. And they were so loud that they were dubbed the loudest Premier League football club in the country. Not just in the country, but potentially in the whole of Europe. Bear in mind, yes, it fell off, but that used to make my hair stand up on end when I used to go down to the actual matches themselves. Circa to watching Punk make his return, it had the same vibe. It didn't sound shoehorned in. AEW haven't had enough audiences to can in previous fan noises. So AEW is by far the better brand of the two, because A, they're not doing anything that's false, and B, they're doing it right.
And it's not just that. When you actually canning in, if you notice, you know when it's canned because the cameras suddenly pop off the crowd, because you know if the crowd pick up on it, you're going to see their faces suddenly turn to, what the fuck?
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, I see on Facebook and Instagram all the time of people slagging off AEW, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Rampage was crap. Well, I'd like to know which matches you weren't watching then, because for me, it was brilliant.
I'm also going to point this out now. A lot of people just now saying, those of you who didn't like WCW, you can't like AEW, otherwise you're a hypocrite. Because they did the exact same thing. Yes, there are some similarities between the two, but they are actually run vastly different.
Vastly different. And they actually have money. And they are spending that money with due diligence.
Nicely. and doing it quite wisely as well.
Because it's not the fear. They've got that many sports teams which are not predetermined that are very successful. Okay, maybe Fulham FC is not really a prime example, but they are a very well-run club.
Yeah.
They always have been. I remember watching Fulham FC in Europe and nearly winning the European Cup. When was that? Like 2009, 2010, something like that?
Yeah.
Wasn't that long? It wasn't all that long ago. Okay, maybe. Actually, no, I keep forgetting it's 2021. It was over 10 years ago. So, yeah, okay.
11.
I've just said over 10 years ago.
Yeah. That's why I added on to it for you.
I'll fucking add you one in a minute. Fucking bitch.
There we go.
So, yeah, they're a very well-run wrestling company, and they just deserve more respect than what they're getting off WWE fans, because, let's face facts, WWE fans, if you just want to stick to one brand, WWE, that's fine. That's fine. Nobody cares.
It's not that nobody cares. This is the idea. What I'm just going to point out is, we're wrestling fans.
It's wrestling. Everybody, I bet you, WWE fans were watching Jericho when he was in New Japan. I bet you.
I'll say this to you. I watch as much wrestling as I can, and as much as there is some gleaming moments from WWE, and there is lately, sometimes, maybe.
Sometimes, maybe.
Kinda. Who knows? But anyway, but at the same time, I don't just watch that. I'm watching the Impact. I tend to I dip over to AEW. I watch even some of the New Japan. I try to squeeze in to watch some ROH. There's a lot of...
Now, but this is the thing though. What would you rather watch at the moment? Just for pure entertainment wise, what would you rather watch? You would rather watch you'd rather watch the opposition, because the opposition are doing it right.
And here's the thing. We know that the opposition have got the, forbidden door and everything. Fine. And we know that certain wrestlers don't agree with it. Because if I'm not mistaken, Samoa Joe made a reference to it as well, saying, well, technically, if you he even used a football reference, if I'm not mistaken. Said, you wouldn't see Messi jumping over to Manchester United to play for a week against his own club. Which is fair enough.
It's two totally different sports, though, and that's why I was saying
it is.
That it's like American football, basketball, UK football, or should I say, just football in general, because it's world.
Just football.
It's a world sport. Whereas American football is not. And
if I'm not mistaken, football in America is known as soccer.
I remember once asking an American, "Why do you call it soccer?" And you know what their reply was? Because they sock the ball with their foot. So my response to that was, what? They put a sock on the ball?
Oh, why did I just think, what, they put a boxing glove and just sock them in the face?
Yeah, the list is anyway.
Yeah.
We're talking about so my original point was, before you interrupted me actually, was that nobody cares what you want to watch. Bear in mind that other people are just wrestling fans in general.
Like
myself, like Matt Burns. I watched SummerSlam. Some bits were really good. The most of it was crap. And by the way, I'm actually really liking RK Bro. As much as it annoys people, I just quite like it. I don't know why. I'm just really into it at the moment.
But we've got a bit of news on one of them anyway.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. I'm just saying.
It works.
It works.
No, this is something that we both covered, if I'm not mistaken. we both mentioned this earlier today, and it just works.
It works. I like it, but that's what I'm saying. There are some diamonds in the goat's arse,
And that's on Raw.
and that's on Raw, of all places. But anyway, what I'm saying is, at the moment, I prefer watching AEW. I hated Impact before.
Yeah.
But now, watching their talent, now that I've actually sat down and give it time, I'm like, oh, well, actually, I quite like this. It's not too bad. And then I've gone from that to Ring of Honor. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, Ring of Honor's pretty cool. It's different. I just love their ring as well, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I love the whole colour scheme and the design of it. It looks brilliant. New Japan. I've never watched New Japan. And I've been watching like some of the old Jericho matches. And the Japanese love their wrestling. And it's just, they are big fans of wrestling.
Yeah.
So not only is a massive market in Europe, but Japan as well. So come on, guys, just stop with the whole negativity of, oh, I'm just a WWE guy. Because you see, I like the WWE. I was brought up on the WWE. Then I watched WCW. I liked WCW and the WWF at the time. Then it got into the Attitude Era, which is my favourite era of all time. Mm-hmm. Absolutely brilliant. But now it's shooing in the new era of All Elite Wrestling, which is basically just what the Attitude Era was.
And the scary thing about it is, and this is the problem I have with Vince on this subject, is the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, supposedly Nick Khan was told about AEW and was informed that they aren't competition.
Yeah, which is really disrespectful.
To a degree,
it's really disrespectful, though. It really is
massively disrespectful. But someone turns around and says, "Well, technically, anyway, it is because one's wrestling and one's entertainment," and it's like, okay, apples and pears, but it's wrestling on both of them. Actually, for me personally, they might be saying that, but personally, they should start be worrying. Because if not, bear in mind that what happened with the whole WWE and WCW, if WWE don't jump in and start, thinking we need to take this thing serious and start getting some ratings up, they're not going to be around much longer. And bearing in mind that during this entire process, when you are pissing off your networks, there's just the words I said there.
Just the one network, isn't it, really?
No. They're pissing the networks off.
It was the network for Raw. Because I know Fox have got SmackDown.
I think it's USA that's got WWE Raw.
So you've got Raw, you've got USA Network, where WWE have been for quite a long time, actually.
Yep.
SmackDown, I get why SmackDown have pissed Fox off, because Fox aren't renowned for being very politically correct or censorship. Because some of the content they've put out over the years is very, very fucking edgy. I mean, for fuck's sake, they started Family Guy.
And we're not on about Adam Copeland either.
No. And, we're talking like shows like Family Guy, one that some people really hate because they find it too controversial. Blah, blah, blah. Futurama. Yeah, Futurama. The Simpsons. The Simpsons have been cutting edge for fucking too many years now to remember. So, they're going to get pissed off when they are advertising a company that is censoring practically everything that they could possibly find on the WWE network and being advertised on their show, SmackDown, and for failing to sign somebody that they hold in very high regard because they know he was a massive draw.
Yeah, because you can put, to quote somebody, butts in seats.
Butts in seats. It's just it beggars belief. So they just seem to be self-sab.
You almost said it.
No, I was just going to say sabotage, but and then I remembered savage Taj. Oh dear, still funny. Still funny. They are just trying to self-sabotage though, and it's just getting ridiculous now. And for me, the WWE will always have a place in my heart because I was brought up on it.
Yeah.
When it was WWF, and I was like, me and my friends, we would literally try and get somebody who got Sky Sports just so we could tape it and watch it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
That was the dedication that we got to watching it, and every pay-per-view, we would
PPV. Were you about to say PPV?
Yeah, PPV, but obviously not a lot of people are familiar with that term. So pay-per-view.
Yep.
We were literally
and when he said PPV, we don't mean having actually urinating.
No, we weren't having a PP. So we were literally really into wrestling to the stage where I think, yes, granted, I went off the boil for a bit. That's because it went shit after the Attitude Era.
Mm.
But it's just one of them things, isn't it? It just why are they self-sabotaging? I don't know. Is it the fact that Vince has got an ultimate plan of just making sure that there's nothing left to leave to somebody, to leave his legacy behind? He is that kind of person, though. You know what I mean?
There is other rumours. There are other rumours, but we'll get to that when we mention NXT. And on some unfortunate news, if anybody watched SmackDown this week and was listening to the commentary, they would have noticed that someone was missing. Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I actually quite liked his commentary. I'm not going to lie. At SummerSlam, his commentary was quite hilarious.
The reason why is because he's tested positive for COVID-19. That's the reason why he's not on.
Yeah. Can I just put this to bed now?
Yeah.
Let's just put this whole COVID-19 to bed now, because let's face facts. We have got to live with it now. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't shut ourselves in behind closed doors anymore. We've got to get on. It's very sad that people are still dying from it. And it's very sad that people are in hospitals recovering from long COVID. It's really, really sad and depressing, and I get it. But we have got to keep going. We can't just sit back and let it rule our lives. Now, whether the jab is working, I think it is, to be fair, because even though there are numbers on the rise, it's not as high as it was last year. It's not as high as it was beginning of the year. We have to go on numbers now. We can't just keep living in a box and just poking our head out every now and then. It's not good enough. We can't do that anymore.
It's not healthy.
It's not.
And bear this in mind, fair enough, you might actually have the aspect of, I've caught COVID. Is the death from COVID decreasing as well? That information could prove useful, because you might get it, but if it's not killing you, it means you're able to recover from it and build up a stronger system against it to contend against it.
Exactly. So we just need to hold our heads high and just get on with life now at the moment. And I know nobody else can say that, but when we are looking at it from inside of a box, it's going to be scary.
Yeah.
Take it from somebody who's had COVID twice. It's not a nice thing. So I'm not saying it from the sense I've never had COVID, because I have. I've had family that have had COVID. My mum was really ill. Matt Burns, he had COVID. That was concerning because of his situation. It could have turned out to be very, very devastating. But
Yeah.
please understand now that now is the time that we have to get out there and keep going. Otherwise, it's just going to rule our lives. And we can't do that. It's not healthy. It's not normal. You can't keep shutting yourself off.
It's not natural.
Now, I hate to go on like this whole fucking serious rant, but if anyone disagrees with me, feel free. Type in and I'll tell you how wrong you are.
He'll be outside of the college with his table saying, change my mind.
Yes, I will be there with a sign on my table, which I will be sipping a coffee while sitting down with my feet on it, and it will say, we need to get on with our lives now. Change my mind.
And there's a second seat there, of course, which I'll be there.
Exactly. So just bear in mind that, yes, we understand the implications of COVID. Yes, we understand that it's scary. Yes, it is going to be a long process. But you can't keep going back. You can't take one step forward, 5 back.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense. It's not good for you, and it's not healthy. Not just for the mind, but for the body as well.
Yeah.
And that's all I've got to say about that. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. Anyway, that aside, the last thing I want to bring up about WWE before we go on to NXT quickly. What the fuck, carrying?
Yes, I don't know if you heard me mention it earlier, but yeah. Do you watch Rick and Morty? Do you watch Rick and Morty? Yes or no, Matt Burns?
Yes, I do.
So you know that there is a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to say to Karrion Kross is, yes, before the boom boom.
That's fucking hilarious.
It is the exact same costume. The only difference is that he's got a gimp mask on, and the guy out of fucking Rick and Morty's got a bucket with a hole in it for his eyes.
Yeah. And what makes it even worse about it is, you sit there and you think he's gone from being what he was on NXT to now being a Dom, is it? Or what
I really don't know what he is supposed to be, but it's just bringing back whole things of Edge and Lita having sex live on the fucking ring.
It's just brought back memories of a certain individual who thought bringing in a S&M gimmick was a good idea for a kid's show.
Oh yeah, definitely. Can I wear a gimp mask into the...
No!
No!
Don't be so filthy.
Yes, you filthy dick.
Anyway.
I wonder if that one came with a strap on as well.
Probably, because he probably just couldn't get over penis envy.
It's either that or he was overcompensating for something. Chihuahua.
Oh, the Wally. Anyway.
Yes, Matt Burns. Yes.
What?
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway, we digress. It was just holy shit. And bear this in mind, this change all happened because of TakeOver 36.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it out there. We haven't got a lot of time to cover this. We haven't got all day to cover this. I'm just going to hit it out from the get-go. One of us has seen it, the other one hasn't. You can guess which one's which.
Yes. But I don't need to see it because I know the results already.
Of course
because
you do.
I guessed them all right.
I know. We both technically won clean sheets.
No.
Wait.
No.
You'll see why I'm about to say this. We both got clean sheets for the end results. Which is correct. However, only one of us had a true perfect clean sheet. because he even predicted the exact falls and exactly who was going to win each fall.
Ding, ding, ding.
That would be Irvine. Congratulations.
Yeehaw.
And I do believe your first time.
Oh, God, it's about time I pop that cherry.
And it's out of here. Anyway.
But, to be fair, though, you did win the SummerSlam, so...
No one won the SummerSlam one.
I thought you did.
No one won it because we were all miserable at the end of it.
Ah, yeah, fair point. Yeah, it wasn't really a win for anybody.
We all lost.
Unless your name's Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. And I'm pretty sure mine isn't.
Love it. But anyway, point being is, the show was absolutely great. We already know how good of a one match was. The fact that WWE actually got their first Dave Meltzer rating over 5 stars.
What?
One match on that card got WWE's first ever rating by Dave Meltzer over 5 stars.
Edge and Seth Rollins. Easy.
No, not at SummerSlam.
Oh, are we on about NXT?
NXT 36.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be Walter
You know
Dragunov.
which one it's going to be.
Yeah, Walter Dragunov.
I
Them
watched that
two,
match.
them two have spectacular matches. Every time them two have been in the ring together. Although I will say, the Cesaro and Dragunov match that I watched earlier from a couple of years back, that was fantastic.
Yeah. The thing about it is, whenever you see Ilya and Walter, genuinely, everyone just suddenly just becomes Philip J. Fry and just screams out, "Here, take my money."
Oh, yeah. And congratulations to Dragunov. It's, it's about fucking time he had the title around his waist.
Yeah. And the scary thing about it is, we couldn't even have a third match.
Oh, God, yes. Take my money.
Done. There you go. I will say, the pay-per-view was absolutely great. I had some great surprises. Even had someone arriving who was formerly on NXT UK.
Oh, interesting.
And not male.
Go on, then.
The former NXT UK champion.
Okay.
Do you know who that was?
Women's?
Yes.
Considering that you said that it wasn't a man.
Yes.
No idea. Will you just fucking spit it out, man?
You don't know who it was? The WWE...
I didn't watch it, you fucking penis.
Why not?
I don't know.
What?
Probably because I just didn't have time.
What the fuck?
Never mind what the fuck.
I'm saying what the fuck because how the hell can you underestimate Kaylee Ray?
Just like that, I'm bored.
Why?
That was very underwhelming.
Kaylee Ray, who actually had a 649-day reign as the women, NXT UK Women's Champion.
Quick question. Was that like Walter's reign?
She beat Toni Storm.
Yes, but was that Walter's reign during lockdown?
Potentially.
So she could defend the fucking belt. It's like the whole Brock Lesnar situation all over again. It doesn't count.
Damn it.
You can't say that. It's... Oh, my God. For fuck's sake, Burns. Do we have to rehash this argument all the time?
No, we don't. But however, she did actually have an absolute knockout match against the current champion.
I've got no doubt that she's a talent. I'm just saying that I would be very underwhelmed if that's the case.
Well, she's already stated claimed already that she wants to go for the NXT Women's Champion.
Good. I hope she wins it if that's the case, because, you know, she needs to be moved up the card. But
others are also stepping in.
Eh?
Others are also stepping in. There's other, you know, I believe the NXT Women's Championship is becoming very, very, you know, everyone wants a piece.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I say, I'm bored now. Can we move on to AEW?
Oh, we need to just cover some NXT a little bit more because quickly, and I'll just a over. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we know that NXT is going into a completely new brand because we've had some shock wins. Some actual, I mean, when I mean shock wins, I mean we've got one guy who comes out looking like a jobber, does one hit and gets a win.
Okay.
And then when it comes to an interview, anything you'd like to know? Silence! And just walks off.
Nice.
So he doesn't speak. Fine, okay, bit of mystery. Okay with it. Then we get in the guy who we thought was going to win the breakout tournament, not win it. Okay. And then there's the rumour speculation that Nick Khan is changing the direction of NXT from independent wrestlers, you know, the independent, you know, acquiring independent wrestlers to we're going to build our own. Sorry to say this, but I'm pretty sure that Tony Khan says this isn't, you know, this is wrestling, not build a bitch.
But this is what they did last time. It'll just go revert back to NXT again. Because they did that's what fucking NXT is. It's fucking tough enough.
Basically, they're going to do that, and all they're going to get is young, tall, big, muscular, sweaty, talented guys.
Like how you put the emphasis on Vince's favourite kind of guy.
Of course.
Big, tall, muscly, and sweaty.
It just doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't make fucking sense. Anything else in a big, tall, sweaty man, I don't want to know.
Buy my merch.
Fucking buy it, you bastards. But yeah, let's talk about the rebranding then, because it does swiftly move into AEW, considering that the fucking logo looks the same.
The whole new brand of it. There's two speculations of this right now. It's going to make you laugh. One of them is just there saying, didn't know that, you know, NXT must have got badly beaten by AEW so badly, they decided to copy them. You know,
copyright infringement. Yes, let's use the multicolour scheme.
And that music.
And then just like steal everything that AEW have done right and see if we can make it right. I'm not being funny, but how on earth they can't even look after the really good talent that they've got. So how on earth are they going to make any more talent?
They'll probably just pull someone off on the street who's got a body like an Adonis. Just go, do a flip.
Yeah, it's like, do you understand psychology? Yes, sir. I have a master's degree in psychology. No, wrestling psychology. What's that?
Exactly, and that's the point. And it's just not going to make sense. And as I referred to earlier, I believe Tony Khan, and this is me not quoting him. This is just the translation I got in my own mind as this is wrestling, not build a bitch.
Yes, it's not build a bitch. Oh, it's just ridiculous.
Right. But anyway, the point being is the fact that you've got NXT with big explosions of colour, and then you've got NXT new logo, just that. Let's have dobs of paint. Where else have we seen dobs of paint being used for part of a logo? Oh.
Looks very Disney-fied.
You saw where I was going with that, didn't you?
So now I've ruined the song with Nancified, and now it's been Disneyfied.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, point being is some people have already, and what makes it worse is, and someone turns around and says, but Nick Khan says they're not selling the company. Rewatch that interview and listen to what he exactly said. They're not selling the company, but they're always willing to listen to deals and offers.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think it's bollocks. But I'm bored. I'm bored of WWE now.
Anyway,
I'm bored of it.
Right. Now that we're now making a wrap up on NXT new logo, which just looks like AEW on Wish.
Yeah.
Let's jump over to AEW.
Yay, AEW, where lots of things make sense.
I'm actually going to segue from WWE straight into AEW. Because there's two pieces of information I've got to cover first. Because it's going to involve moving a needle.
I'll fucking move your needle in a minute.
I'll be quick. Basically, Roman Reigns has basically pissed off his own colleagues. One of them being Riddle, who's pissed off saying, really, move the needle. Nothing personal, Roman. If I'm not mistaken, you are only able to move the needle because you're second generation and you're also cousins with The Rock. So my advice, shut the fuck up before I make you shut the fuck up, because I can probably beat you in a real fight.
What a guy.
And then then the ironic thing is he's tagging with a third generation superstar. But at least he turns around and says, at least Randy Orton's actually done more than just page dues to actually showcase of what he's made of. Not sit there and say, I'm The Rock's cousin.
Yeah, I'm The Rock's cousin. And I even made The Rock confused by the booking situation when he even raised his eyebrow when he held my arm up when winning the Royal Rumble.
And yet, why did I just instantly just think of the way I just said that, Josh, the whole Roman Reigns thing, I thought to myself, why did I just think of Cletus? Stackjaw or Jokel?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's continue on. The point being is, really, you're going to sit there and say that now? How about you actually recheck your records, Roman Reigns, over it? Because what was it you said that CM Punk couldn't do? Move the needle? He wasn't more over than John Cena? What happened on the episode where he debuted on Rampage? Oh, that's right. Rampage beat SmackDown in the ratings.
It beat SmackDown in the ratings, and that was on an hour's episode of Rampage, because it's only an hour.
And it actually beat one of the... There is certain areas that WWE did beat AEW, Rampage, but a certain demographic that everyone always claws for, AEW won.
Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching.
So let me just point this out. So the one that's meant to be the most over show now, your biggest product, which is SmackDown now, because you've got all your heavy stars onto it now, is now being beaten by Rampage, which did it on their second episode.
On their second episode, which is on the Fight app.
And if I'm not also mistaken, because of CM Punk on his first episode of Dynamite, over 1 million views.
Exactly. So that's called consistency.
And Roman, so would you say that's moving the needle, or are you still delusional?
Now, I don't know if he was being heelish there, or he was actually just genuinely being a prick, but...
Or he was probably just being told in his ear, tell him he doesn't move the needle, god damn it.
Probably. Well, I don't care about that.
Yeah, at least that it's not the only story of someone being a dick that we've got to cover. Let's continue.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to shut the fuck up about WWE now. Because I swear to God, if you mention it one more time, I'm going to scream.
I'm done.
So, CM Punk came back, made his debut, over 1 million views. Wednesday Dynamite, over 1 million views. Friday Rampage again, over 1 million views. But now this is not a reference to the other company, but Booker T, he said that CM Punk needs to shut the fuck up.
Why?
Because he's belittling, because he's just a big crybaby and all this lot. So I'm just like...
Wait, he's a big crybaby, yet supposedly, if I'm not mistaken, a certain other company who, when he took over his daddy's company, decided to take up the competition. That doesn't seem like a crybaby-ish thing, does it?
Yeah, well...
Less on that. And besides, we don't sit there and get absolute amazing talent who we could potentially have on our main roster and just suddenly, don't negotiate their contracts. Adam Cole.
Well, this is where it's segueing into my next part of the CM Punk thing. Is that Booker T is literally tried to tear him a new horse. I like Booker T because over the years he's given us so many fucking golden moments, especially one including a certain Hulk Hogan, but that was on the WCW brand. You know, when he basically called him the N-word and then realised that his soul had left his body when he realised what he just said.
and then he certainly turned to a certain, female manager who just gave him a stare as if to say, "Don't you dare fucking look at me."
Yeah, it's just like, what? I'm white. What do you want me to say?
Holy shit! Didn't I expect that?
It's like, I'm white. What do you want me to say? You said it. But yeah, so
there is out there.
Booker T is a legend. I love Booker T.
Yeah.
I've followed him since his debut at WCW. Brilliant. Great talent. Harlem Heat, loved it. And yes, he was something different. So, you know, I respect things that he has to say, but basically, some of the things that he's pointed out with CM Punk, he's worked with a lot of the guys and stuck up for a lot of the guys that were no different.
Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't he actually get out of line and decide to smack Batista once?
Yeah, I was just about to say. But then again, how many people haven't smacked Batista? Because there is an air of arrogance about him.
Yeah.
And I can imagine he's a bit of a dick backstage. But that's not the point. The point is that Booker T has stuck up for some of the guys that have been like he is accusing CM Punk of. Shawn Michaels, anybody? Chucking his toys out the pram?
Yeah.
Triple H, anybody? Chucking his toys out the pram? Stone Cold, chucking his toys out the pram? Even though he didn't really come off the better person for that one, but you know.
No comment.
And no comment. But yeah, there's loads of guys. I mean, Hulk Hogan, he's stuck up for Hulk Hogan, he's done this, he's done that. And it's just like, you know, just shut the... And CM Punk's very, very right in what he says in his rebuttal to Booker T. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, and don't try and say that I'm still not good enough for this business when basically you were still wrestling 10 years... for your own promotion, and you were, what? How much older is he than CM Punk? 10, 15 years older?
Booker T? Got me actually wondering now how old he is.
Because CM Punk's only in his 40s, isn't he?
And Booker T is 56.
Yeah, 56. So I'm pretty sure there's over 10 years difference between them. So what's the problem? What's the problem? CM Punk might still have another 5 to 10 years left in him. I fucking hope he has, because he's just brilliant.
Punk's 42.
42. There you go. 42, 56. You do the math. 14 years. So
14 years.
14 years difference between the two of them. And yet Booker T is trying to act like the superior vet.
He's vetting up. He's vetting up.
He's vetting up. He's Jim Cornetting. But yeah, so I don't know, man. He just needs to. I think people just need to shut the fuck up and realise that wrestling's wrestling. Yes, CM Punk's got a lot to go off his chest. Bear in mind how he was given his notice. It's not a nice position to be put in. He wasn't happy with stuff that didn't make sense.
It's not like he got fired on a special day.
It's like when he had to job out to Miz and fucking R-Truth. And R-Truth is another one that's tried to take pot shots at him. And I'm like, R-Truth, you're just a fucking comedy gimmick now. In fact, you've been a comedy gimmick now for the last 10, 15 years. Mm-hmm. So come on. Nobody can take you seriously anymore.
And yet, when he was in NWA TNA, wasn't he a world champion at one point?
Yeah, he was.
Now, 24/7. If I'm not mistaken, he got a little bit hot-headed at Edge because Edge turned around and said he doesn't classify the 24/7 championship as world proper championship belts or reigns.
Because it's not. It's a joke. It's a joke. All the 24/7 title is just a watered down hardcore title.
Badly done.
Badly done, because the hardcore title turned into a 24/7 hardcore title, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And look how that ended up.
Yeah.
But anyway. So yeah, with more CM Punk anyway, we have noticed a couple of teasers. And I would imagine that because social media being the way that it is, that most of our listeners have seen it as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's had the whole lettering on his shoe.
AC.
And
of course...
Yeah, AC... BW, was it?
Yeah, BW second one.
So, two names that spring to mind. Adam Cole, Bray Wyatt. Both free agents right now.
And if I'm not mistaken, there was even a picture of someone who looks very similar to Bray Wyatt.
Well, I will get onto that in a sec.
Please continue.
We'll get onto that in a sec. Because also somebody pointed out that the T-shirt that he was wearing has got something to do with something else, so we'll see. But anyway, it's just a bit too fucking obvious. But anyway, so we got Adam Cole, Bray Wyatt, and then he posted a picture of a handshake on Twitter.
Yeah.
Which... Okay, it's a handshake. Why is it so cryptic, But then I remember I saw the match where they actually shook hands.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in ROH.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, you find the same picture on Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
You can find it on Google, anywhere. CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon.
Yep.
And you can see that it's the same handshake of Bryan Danielson and CM Punk at Ring of Honor. It's that same handshake. If that's not a sign that Bryan Danielson or the American Dragon is coming to AEW, then I don't know what the fuck is. And
then you've also got to take into account the whole comment of when Punk was sitting there saying he needs to know if he can still go,
Yes.
And he just goes, not my shtick, you'll have to wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's not my shtick, you'll have to wait a bit longer for that one. So,
subtle.
Yeah. Subtle, very subtle. And the thing is, with when it was Daniel Bryan at WWE, the yes chant is one of the biggest chants since what?
What?
Exactly. Since Stone Cold started the what chant, which still goes on today, by the way. And Chris
Yep.
Jericho said in his in the interview that he did on a Broken Skull,
Yeah.
when he turned around, I was trying to beat your stupid what chance.
Yeah,
And
he did. And he always had inventive ways.
and that now it's like trying to stop the yes chants is going to be just as hard.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the yes chants in an AEW arena?
Yeah.
Which, breaking news, by the way, AEW is on about putting shows on bigger venues,
Yep.
which is a win. Now, for me, personally, pay-per-view wise, yes, in a bigger, but for AEW Dynamite and Rampage and Darks and all that sort of stuff, I wouldn't so much.
Yeah.
I would just keep them as they are for now until you've established a larger fan base, which I'm not saying that you haven't got a big fan base at the moment. I think they just need to be patient.
Yeah.
Need to be patient, get the wrestlers in. They know the wrestlers that'll do a good job. And it's heavily indicated that Braun Strowman might be going to Impact Wrestling, which that would shock me.
And as I said, if I'm not mistaken, Forbidden Door.
You said what?
If I'm not mistaken, did I not mention and reference the Forbidden Door?
Yes, the Forbidden Door. Exactly. So just remember all the other wrestlers that belong to a certain Bray Wyatt, the Wyatt family. Could there be a little bit of reunion on the cards there? No.
Who knows? Could do.
Maybe it'd be the better way for them to be able to honour Brody Lee finally. Put it to rest. Have their little memorial. Anyway, I'm surmising. But yeah, so we go back to the whole teasers. Now, on Friday Rampage, CM Punk was wearing a T-shirt.
Yep.
And that T-shirt, what did it say? It said something, The Fiend.
What, CM Punk?
Yeah.
You might actually have one up on me on this one.
Just hang on a minute. He was wearing a T-shirt. Let me just see now.
You might have one up on me. Are you on about in the aftermath? The after show?
No.
No,
He was
'cause-
wearing a vest. He was wearing a vest. What did it say? Sorry, I'm just looking it up now. And it got something, The Fiend. Now, it got something to do with...
No, it was the Misfits.
Misfits, that's it.
The Misfits.
Yes, the Misfits, which obviously got referencing back to another group.
Yeah.
So you got the Misfits, Fiend Club. It's funny how that's popped up, really. Because how many... And now I know the Misfits have probably got nothing to do with anything else, but you don't know what Bray Wyatt's got going on in the background.
Yeah.
We've seen the teasers that he's posted on Twitter and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And we all know that he's going to be bringing some form of new character, which I wish he could have just kept the Fiend with the Fiend's music, because it's just fucking amazing.
Even though the actual group who actually did his music have already stated, ready when you are for your new music.
Oh, mate, honestly, if they can do something that's similar to that, it's brilliant. But anyway,
No, yeah.
he's got something going on in the background. Braun Strowman is heavily linked with Impact, but also so is Bray Wyatt as well. So we don't know how that one's going to pan out. Could it be AEW? Could it be Impact? Because we both know that you know, you got the Forbidden Door, but it's not just that though. It leaves it open for Ring of Honor and New Japan and stuff like that. Now the Japanese would eat that shit up.
Here, take my money.
It would literally just be fucking take my money.
Yeah.
Because the Japanese would love that. Because you've seen it. I mean, if the Fiend made it, can you imagine if a character like the Fiend made a debut on New Japan?
Sold.
Fucking hell, it would be over. It would. It'd be over. Like over as in a good thing.
Over like Rover.
Over like Rover.
It would be the dog's bollocks, and we don't mean the dog shit.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway,
don't get confused.
Back to this T-shirt. Now we all know the Misfits.
Yeah.
But isn't it funny how we're getting so close to that all-out pay-per-view, and what's being teased right there after the ACBW and Daniel Bryan handshake? Could we be seeing another debut very soon?
Yes, because there's already rumour has it. There's a debut already. There's already a rumored debut for All Out.
Exactly, and that is that. And now, speculation. Now we said this about CM Punk. We will not put too much into it until we either A, see them walking down the ramp, or B, it's announced by AEW before they make the debut. But AEW does everything right. They make the debut like Chris Jericho did on that episode of Raw.
Like how CM Punk did.
Exactly. I always see when it comes to debuts and making a big splash, I always revert back to the whole Chris Jericho on Raw when he cuts a promo on The Rock.
Epic.
You know, it's one of the best promos ever. And it's one of the best debuts.
What a way to make your debut.
Exactly. You know, the whole Millennium Clock Y2J, it's just brilliant. Anyway, so hopefully within the next few weeks we could have either one or two more debuts. We've had Malachi Black, which is already put in.
Sorry, you're a bit close there, weren't you? You almost made a mistake then, didn't you?
Yes, well, unlike certain people, Mr. Burns, I don't sabotage myself.
Were you going to say sabotage?
Sabotaged. It's even difficult to talk in your new language, you know. Quite the tongue twister.
Okay, matey.
Okay, matey. You're so high, matey. So, yeah. A couple of debuts might be happening. If it's just the one, I'd be happy. Even if there weren't any, I'd be happy still because I'm enjoying watching the content. I watched the whole Rampage content. I watched the whole of Dynamite. It's just brilliant. It really is. It's entertaining. Mm-hmm. And, I'm really liking what they're doing with Miro.
Yeah.
Because on Rampage they had them strip off the mask. Eh?
I'm about to say, excuse me?
Yeah, he ripped his mask off.
Yeah.
One of the biggest insults for an El Luchador.
Oh, yeah.
And that's to rip his face mask off.
Oh, yeah.
But not only did he just rip his face mask off, he Mosca kicked him in the face.
Oh, yeah.
But I just love it. I really do. I like the TNT title as well. I love the look of it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and then you've got Eddie Kingston coming, wanting to have a piece of him now.
Yeah, exactly. And Eddie Kingston came out on top, even though I still think he looks like a pound shot John Cena, but whatever. But it doesn't matter what company that I prefer watching at the moment. There's always going to be somebody or a wrestler or a gimmick that I don't like. It doesn't matter.
Not everything's perfect, and like we said, AEW isn't, smelling, always smells of roses.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the dark shows that you've got at the moment on AEW. You've got the
And
dark shows. Not
you
being
know,
funny, but if I have to watch Luther prancing around trying to be Gangrel, I think I'm going to hang myself.
At least he's not doing a Proclaim.
Yeah, true.
Mean, but then again, I like how you mentioned Gangrel, who technically almost had a spot on AEW, but
yeah, I don't understand how that's come about, because how is it just by Edge making the Brood appearance that Gangrel loses a spot?
I think they were aiming for something similar for an entrance, and when Edge did it, it was like they kind of got the gist of, if they attempted it, WWE is just going to be firing and probably saying that's copyright, or it might have been a little bit too close to the bone.
Gangrel made that fucking gimmick. Fuck you.
It's WWE, unfortunately. Even though Gangrel made the gimmick, it was under WWE television, so they own the property.
Mr. Burns, you said the 3 letters that I didn't want to hear again.
The other company.
Yes, thank you very much.
There you go.
I hate to swear at your cousin again, but fuck you, car. Anyway.
Screw you, I'm going home. Oh wait, I'm already here.
Guys. Yeah, beefcake.
Beefcake!
So, I'm looking forward to everything. Anyway, if they do something with Gangrel like that, I'd be in. I'd take my money. I'll watch it.
I'm sorry, I'm so glad you did not. I was just about to say, you're not heading down that direction.
What?
I thought you were about to say, you'd be all in.
Look, I love dad jokes as much as anybody else.
No, I'm glad you didn't.
But dad quotes? No.
Fair enough.
I'm not smart enough for that.
Damn it.
Damn!
Right. There's a lot to cover with all that, isn't there?
Oh, there's just too much. We could easily spread this into fucking 2 shows.
Easily. And the funny thing about it is, they seem to be doing all things right.
A couple of things that they're getting wrong, but as a company, they are doing everything that makes business sense.
Exactly. It's not perfect, but that's the thing. Doesn't need to be.
Do you know what I liked in CM Punk's debut promo?
Yeah, what?
Is that he has got respect for anybody that laces up a pair of boots. And that speaks to me.
And he also has the fact that he knows that he's coming back. He isn't being arrogant. He's saying that he may get his head kicked in now, because he might not be the best in the world at the moment. You know, and him facing Darby Allin isn't about him proving a point that he's better or anything. It's proving it to himself.
Yeah, he's proving it to himself to see whether he's still got it. And the only way that he can do that is by mixing it up with one of the best, hottest, youngest talents out there.
On the scene. And saying if, Punk, a young Punk would actually, Darby Allin would be his, would have been a fan of his.
I've got a feeling that that's not going to end with a clean win.
Oh.
I've got a feeling, now hear me out, I've got a feeling that, oh shit, fucking flies just nearly got in my mouth. I'm just talking here, I've got my mouth open, the fly just gone, yeah, and I just managed to close my mouth before it got there. I was like, no.
Denied.
You're not putting your little fly in my mouth.
I'm not saying anything now. Continue, please.
Giggity. I reckon, because obviously you had Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks mocking him backstage when he was doing his promo.
All Elite?
Yeah, the All Elite. So you got all of them mocking him. I reckon they're going to try and interfere.
I do, but at the same time, I also think something else is going to happen. And ironically, if I'm not mistaken, it was you. You sent me a picture of a bit of mockery.
Mm.
Why
I
can
can't
see?
remember. I can't remember what I've had for my breakfast. So you're gonna have to
All I'll
remind
say
me.
to you is, why can I see Sting suddenly seeing him? I can see Punk beating Allen, and when it happens, Sting just going, "You might be able to handle this kid better than me," and pass him over to Punk.
Ooh. Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, you called Punk. You had an image of Punk as Negan.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, need to say more. Or it
Punk
could
is
be.
Negan and Darby Allin is Glenn.
Yeah, but at the same time, why can I see? At the same time, Sting's going to be in his defense and saying he wants him to keep fighting Punk to get it better.
Maybe, or it could be leading up to a dream match of mine, which is CM Punk versus Sting.
Ooh. Or all three of them being together against the Elite.
I've beaten the pupil, now I want to beat the master.
Because he did turn on and says, if I'm not mistaken, I'll be facing you, and Sting, I'll get to you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Ooh.
Interesting. I tell you what, any wrestler that's ever wanted a dream match with somebody, yes, Sting may not be as quick as he once was, but damn, he's still got it.
Yeah, and it's interesting doing fantasy booking as well. It's not like any of us have got any experience doing booking shows.
It's like when we were back. Yeah, true. Yeah, nice little subtle hint there, Mr. Burns.
Whoa! What do you mean?
Wow, what do you mean?
What you want? I didn't do that.
Oh dear, I don't know. It's like, it reminds me back in the day when I was playing on. I think it was SmackDown 2 or SmackDown Know Your Role, where you could create your own wrestler.
Yeah.
And it's like you'd go out of your way to try and create WCW wrestlers.
Love it.
Just so you could play and have your dream matches like Undertaker versus Sting, Sting versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Austin versus Goldberg.
I said dream matches, not worst nightmares.
No. When Goldberg could actually wrestle. I don't mean now. Well, could he actually wrestle back then? No, change that.
Mr. Burns. No, he couldn't. He couldn't wrestle, for fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah. No. I was just about to say, actually, change that. We'll fit in Regal instead.
I'm not being funny, but when you've got Stone Cold Steve Austin that could actually wrestle and could brawl it and mix it up with the best in the world, and then you've got Goldberg that's on the front cover of WOW magazine, World of Wrestling, if people didn't know what that was. Wow. When you got Goldberg on the front cover of WOW magazine, because that's all he was. He was just wow.
I'm sorry. If we're going to say wow, we've got to do it the proper way.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. But then it's like on the left-hand side of the magazine, you've got like a small square with Stone Cold's face in it. You're like, are you taking the piss? Did you get confused about which one you were putting on the front of the magazine, you absolute fuck-arsing cotwambles?
They're both bald, both got beards, and they both wear black ties.
What's the difference between the two of them? One of them looks like a bear, and the other one looks like a beer drinker. That's the difference. One can wrestle, the other one just looks like a wrestler. I mean, for fuck's sake. I once jackhammered Hugh Morris in my debut. Really? I wasn't very fucking humorous, so was it?
It was no laughing matter.
It was no laughing matter. fuck's sake.
What makes it even more funny is the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, that was his finish at the time, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Humorous.
Yes, exactly. Oh, God. We covered this anyway, the most idiotic names. Humorous. Oh, wow. That's so clever.
It became huge erection.
Yeah, huge erection. Huge erection. Wow.
Huge
Never mind.
fuck off.
Anyway, I'm going back to the whole fuckery of putting Goldberg on the front of a WOW magazine and then having Stone Cold Steve Austin a little square to the left of him. And what the fuck is that all about, you absolute massive dick dribble?
It's simple. They knew that Goldberg wouldn't get over it, and they wanted to put a little advertisement for Stone Cold for the Stone Cold fans because they knew, Stone Cold's on. Let's read it.
It made me laugh though, because back in the day, Goldberg was like one of the hot properties in professional wrestling. Why?
Yeah, and then you got Goldberg jackhammering, the Giant, which was an impressive feat, and if I'm not mistaken, that was then. It's like, wow, that was a feat. Now you see him go for a jack. I was like, no, don't drop him.
Yeah, it's like, no, don't you drop him. Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley. I think he almost killed him.
No, he didn't. He almost fucking killed himself with a fucking chop block.
It's just terrible because now it was exciting that Goldberg actually came to the WWE because it was like, who's going to take over now from Stone Cold? And then Goldberg makes his appearance. Yeah, he comes with a big hype because it was his intensity that got him over, not his gimmick.
And the problem is, WWE said, right, we know that Goldberg got over with short matches and everything, so instead we're going to give him long matches where it doesn't make sense and he looks confused, dazed and confused.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, just stupid.
Run him out the business and then say, oh, that didn't work. Oh, fuck it, we'll just revert back to what WCW did. And they got over.
Exactly.
When he was past it. Anyway,
exactly. Doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I think AEW at the moment,
it's that bad. Just go to a certain retailer, pretty much buy your one PW DVDs and get the fuck out.
Oh my God.
Right, anyway.
Yeah.
We are going to have to speed up because we.
Well, I'm trying to speed up, but you won't shut the fuck up.
Please continue.
I'm going to segue into it a little bit. I'm just going to say that the rest of AEW, the whole thing with Miro, that's going to be fucking legendary because now you can have Eddie Kingston versus Miro, even though I'm not an Eddie Kingston fan, far from it, but I do like his promo work.
Yep.
Going into the Young Bucks, facing now Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr.
Penta El Miedo.
See, I can never get that. It's a right tongue twister. It's just weird saying Pentagon Jr.
I know, it's just the fact that he's not allowed to use it.
Penta El Miro.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, the Young Bucks are going to be having the finals against Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. That was a brilliant match.
Basically, it's the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros.
Yeah, and I hope the Lucha Brothers win it because I fucking hate the Young Bucks.
How's your book reading lately?
Go fuck yourself. I'll give you fucking book reading, you bastard. Just wait till you go fucking toilet and you get Thor put the fucking hammer on it.
That'll be done. Anyway, right, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be, you know what? I'm just trying to think, it's not like, there's plenty going on. There's plenty of wrestling going on.
Well, I just want to mention Christian Cage as well, going into All Out against Kenny Omega for the AEW Championship when Christian's already in. We know who's going to win that. It's going to be fucking Kenny Omega. But at the end of the day, it's going to be an entertaining match, so I'll look forward to it.
Oh, hell yeah.
But, so shall we segue now into our epic wrestling moment?
I'll let you continue on with that.
Because I've actually changed it now. Because
Go
I
on.
sent a certain particular picture to you not long ago of Matt Hardy's face. Luchasaurus can do an amazing standing moonsault. It's a perfect moonsault.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy, on the other hand, had a bit of an issue. Had a bit of an issue with his standing moonsault. And basically, Matt Hardy's face was met with Orange Cassidy's chest and stomach, which ultimately led to Matt Hardy's face bursting into a bloody mess.
His body started to weep.
And let's just put it this way. Did I see a receipt in that match? Yes, I did. And it was a big receipt as well.
It was like, yeah, fuck off.
And now I've pinched one of Matt Hardy's moves because, yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Matt Hardy's going to be feeling some side effects from that.
Oh yeah, definitely some side effects.
Yeah.
Splitting hairs and wigs and lips.
Yeah.
It literally looked like he got.
But then again,
massive...
what is it with Matt Hardy? You know, getting hit and getting cut up and bleeding all over the place.
Well, let's just put it this way: he wanted to carry on with the whole shtick of the whole Attitude Era and ruthless aggression of Crimson Mess. He missed it so much that he decided, I want to do it 3 times. But also, at the same time, I want to try and split my head like a melon.
Yeah, because, well, actually 4 times. Because you've got him against the Edge at the other company. You've then got him against Sammy Guevara, head split open from the certain chair shot. Then you've also got his head being split open from a certain fall. Then you've also got him now bleeding from his face and head against Orange Cassidy. Why do you keep bleeding from your face or head or whatever?
I don't.
Stop bleeding. You're not Ric Flair.
Well, he's all about giving, isn't he? But anyway, that's my epic wrestling moment, or should I say fail. Orange Cassidy, you have made the list.
Delete.
The lexicon of Le Champion.
Delete. Kick. Delete. Kick.
Delete.
Anyway.
Kick. Oh, fuck off.
and then he then mocks Orange Cassidy by putting his hands in his pockets and pulling out the money.
And after he dropped it all, he had the audacity to pick it up after as well. And to take it back out of fucking Orange Cassidy's pocket, cheeky bastard. It's not like he picked it up fairly.
That's what you did there. Anyway.
But that side effect on the outside of the ring, that was stiff, that was.
Seriously, it's like, thump.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, he fucking meant that.
I looked at it, I was like, ooh, my back felt that.
Yeah, I felt my soul leave my body.
I wouldn't have been surprised if he was wearing tiny wires. It would have been, I think he shit himself.
Yeah, I think he shit himself. I think you're right. I think he shit himself.
But anyway,
so, with that being all said now, I mean, there's plenty more that we could have covered there, but I'm trying to mix it all in because Mr. Burns decided to waffle on about WWE too much.
No,
again,
it's the other company.
Blah, 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 blah. No. We've gone past AEW now, so I can say WWE again.
Anyway, I'm just going to point this out, is that we actually had a wrestler who's currently the number 1 contender in MLW and have a story on Twitter involving a certain gentleman on an aeroplane.
I didn't think you'd be able to resist bringing this up.
What?
It was a long flight. I needed a poo. He wouldn't move out my way, so I was just asking him to move. Okay?
I'm not about you. I'm not about that story.
I must have dreamt it then.
We can save that for another time. That story. But anyway, point being is, all we say is, a guy's been an arsehole on an airplane, being loud, obnoxious and noisy. He got told by the wrestler whose seat he was in move along, stop making a problem. The airport kicked him out, and the said wrestler had full length of the aisle saying, "Oh, it's all mine." And the Burning Truth decided to just point out and make sure that the guy who was being a complete asshole should have followed the number one rule in general life and, if I'm not mistaken, progress on the Burning Truth, which is
don't be a filthy dick.
pretty much. And on that bombshell with that, I'm just going to recommend everyone, hope you all stay well and stay safe, and make sure your mental health is all good and well. And, of course, be excellent to each other.
I miss how we used to say it.
What?
I miss how we used to say it.
Miss what?
That it is okay to be not okay, and asking for help is never a sign of weakness. It just seems to me like you don't care anymore.
I do care, and that's why I did it that way deliberately so you could do it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I was actually changing the format.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Don't Almo, deal with him after we go off the air.
1, 2, 3, shut the fuck up, you fucking asshole.
Thank you, and you will be paid later, Almo.
$50. $50.
I'll take that deal. I thought it was going to be more, but never mind. I'll take that deal. Anyway.
So,
Right.
yeah, it is okay to not be not okay, and asking for help is never a sign of weakness.
It never is.
It never is. And in doing so, you may find out that there are more people out there that care for you than you will ever know.
Of course, and we always recommend you to keep an eye, genuinely with mental health, it is an important message because we always recommend everyone be kind and generous to everybody. It can be anything in this world right now. Be more kind. Be more kind.
Be excellent to each other.
And even though we've already stated it, make sure to follow the number one rule that is of progress, the Burning Truth, and in general life.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, especially a dirty,
filthy rotten dick.
Or Wally. Anyway.
Wonder where Wally is.
Who gives a fuck?
Brilliant. Love it. Thank you.
Anyway, with that, this has been The Burning Truth. I've been Matt Burns.
Ammo, fuck off. No, I said fuck off.
Listen up, you fucking asshole, and you take your fucking head off in a minute.
50 quid if you let him finish.
Okay.
There you go.
I've been Monsieur Irvine.
That it has been emotional, and we'll probably catch you next week. Definitely. And who knows, we could even be talking, we could even talk about certain subjects possibly involving, 16th of October maybe, who knows. But anyway, till then, catch you later.
Bye-bye.